Hello friends, what's up? Today we're going to be taking a look at some other items in our geometry review to get ready for the test. And we'll start out today talking about some area stuff, and then we got some triangle things that we're going to look at. So hopefully this will help you get prepared. And if you know this fine little tune here from a couple years back, you can send that to me later. Alright, are you ready? Let's get into some area stuff. Hopefully you're not searching for it too hard. Here we go. Alright, so let's start out by talking about the area of a square. Alright, so we talked about that before, and that one is known as side times side. Alright, otherwise known as S squared, and that's where the term squared comes from, getting the area of a square. Rectangle is the one that everybody always wants to say they know and think they want to use it for everything, but it is only for a rectangle because a rectangle is length times width. Alright, which would be the old LW. And parallelograms don't have length and width, they have a base and a height. So you do base times height for them, which was the old BH. So all of those are ones you should already know for sure. Square is side times side. Rectangle is the one that's length times width. Parallelogram is base times height. And then of course we get down into our next two that have the additional stuff on them. The old triangle area. Alright, so triangle area is got a little extra step off the parallelogram, of course, because you can take a square and cut it in half, or a rectangle and cut it in half, or a parallelogram and cut it in half and make a triangle. But the triangle actual area formula is base times height divided by 2. Okay. And you of course see it like this, base times height divided by 2. And then of course the one that's the different one out of the whole bunch that's actually got addition in it. Okay, so this is the one that we said was the black sheep of the family because it's a little bit different. I mean, it fits in of course, but it's a little bit different, is the trapezoid. Okay, and remember they kind of look like, you know, if you take a bowl or something and turn it upside down, most of them look something like that. You would do base 1. Here's the part, right? Base 1 plus base 2 times the height. And then you divide that, of course, by 2. So it's this, and if you do it short form, that's B1 plus B2 times the height divided by 2. So, you know, it looks similar to the triangle one, except it's got the addition part in there. And none of the rest of them have an addition part in them. So that's why it makes it a little bit different. All right? So let's just take and let's do this little trapezoid right here. Actually, let's do a triangle first. Let's do a triangle. Yeah, we're still good time-wise. So let's say we've got this triangle here, and we're going to find the perimeter and area of it. Okay, we're going to do perimeter over here, and we're going to do the area over here. All right. All right. So we're going to do both parts. It's going to find the perimeter and area. So it's going to give you all these numbers. So let's say it tells you that this is 22 centimeters. This is 25 centimeters, this is 30 centimeters, and then running up and down here, let's just say this is 23 centimeters. Alright, so if we do the perimeter, okay, perimeter is these around the outside edge, so that would be 22 plus 25. Plus 30. You do not use the height, okay, for the perimeter. So if you just add those up, of course that's 7, and that is also 7. So it's got a perimeter of 77 centimeters. Okay, so do the area. You do base times height divided by 2. The base of that is 30. The height is 23. So this is the base down here. This is the height here. So 30 times 23 divided by 2. Okay, now again, you can use your calculator on that if you need to. I'm not going to make you do that by hand. I should, but I ain't gonna. So 30 times 23 is 690, and half of 690, because we got to divide that by 2, would be 345. Alright, so 345 centimeters squared for that. So there is your perimeter, and there is your area. Alright. Now that is for a triangle, and we're doing good. So let's do a trapezoid down here now. So let's draw one of these little jokers, something like this. Alright, remember it's a trapezoid because this line here and this line here are the only parallel lines in the figure. Okay, these on the side, of course, they would, if you kept extending that up and extending that up, they would intersect up here. So this has one pair or one set of parallel lines, unlike a parallelogram where both of them are parallel. This one only has one set of parallel lines. So we're going to do the same thing here. Okay, we're going to do the perimeter. And we're going to do the area, and we'll do those down there. All right. So, again, you got your little right angle thing of this, of course, is the height. So let's say the height here was, let's say 18 inches. Then up here, let's say you got 14 inches for that base. You got, let's say you got 22 inches. And over here you got 22 inches. Alright, so again, if they give you all the measurements, okay, for the perimeter, you only use the ones around the outside edge, okay, so we're just going to add up these four, so that'd be 14 plus 22 plus 26 plus 22, okay, just coming around this way, going clockwise, 14, 22, 26, 22, add all those up. I know 22 and 22 is 44, and I know here that would be, well, that's 30, that's 40. So 40 and 44, I believe that would be 84. I'll just check it on the calculator just to make sure I'm right, because I don't want to mess anything up. So 14 plus 22 plus 26 plus 22, and 84 is right. So 84 inches is the perimeter. All right, so when I do the area formula, remember for the trapezoid, that is base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. Okay, so base 1 and base 2 are these. Of course, that's 14 plus 26 times the height over here. The height is on this little dotted line part. That's 18, and then we're dividing that by 2. So again, that's 40 times 18 divided by 2. So 40 times 18. I got a pretty good idea what that is, but we'll just do it there. So that's 720. 720 divided by 2 is 360. 720 divided by 2 is 360 inches squared. Alright, so that is how you do trapezoids, right? So remember, if you're going to do the perimeter of any figure, it's around the outer edge. And then for the area of this one, that's base 1 plus base 2 times the height and divided by 2. Alright, so that is the stuff about basic area stuff. Alright, so the thing that seemed to be causing some problems here, I want to talk about two things with triangles, okay? So the triangle angle sum is 180 degrees. So when you have three angles in a triangle, they have to have a sum of 180. It doesn't matter what kind of triangle it is. It could be isosceles, right? Equilateral, of course, equilateral ones, they're easy. I'll just draw that real fast. So equilateral ones, if it was equilateral, that would be 60, 60, and 60. Okay? Because a triangle is half of a square. Okay? Remember, a square would be 90, 90, 90, 90, and that would be 360. So 360 divided by 2 is 180. Okay? A triangle is half of a square. So since a square has a sum of 360, the triangle's got to be half of 360, which is 180. Now, that brings us to the triangle inequality theorem. I'm going to spend a couple minutes on this. I don't know why it is so hard for some, but it is so hard for some. Alright, that means the sum of the two smaller sides must be greater than, not equal to, said greater than, which of course would be that symbol right there, must be greater than the longest side. Okay, so you got to add up the two small ones, and it has to be greater than, not equal to, greater than. Y'all hear me? Greater than. So a lot of people are having trouble with ones like this. 6, 6, 6. Well, they're all the same. So you just take two of the smaller ones, okay? Take these over here. 6 plus 6 Okay, 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 is greater than 6. Okay. Also, you should know if they're all the same, okay, 6, 6, and 6, that is an equilateral triangle.
Okay, if all three sides are the same, okay, that automatically means it's going to be a triangle, okay? A 1, 1, 1 is going to be equilateral triangle. A 3, 3, 3 is an equilateral triangle. If it has three of the same measurements, yes, it's going to be a triangle. It's going to be an equilateral triangle because it's all going to be the same. All right, so 1, 1, 1, that's equilateral. A 3, 3, 3, that's equilateral because what's 1 plus 1? 2. And 2 is greater than 1. It's going to make a triangle. What's 3 plus 3? 6. 6 is greater than 3. That's going to make a triangle. Okay? So take the two smaller sides. If they're all the same, and here's the key. If they're all the same, then it's automatically going to be a triangle because it's equilateral. All right, here's the other part. So let's say you had a 5 centimeter stick and a 10 centimeter stick. Right? And you want to know, hey, out of these options over here, which ones of these would work? So I'm going to put down an A, B, C, D, and this will close us out here. So let's say we had one that was 7, 8, let's do 12, 15. Okay, let's do that. All right, so here's how it works. If you've got a 5 and you've got a 7, those are your two smaller sides because 10 would be the longest out of that bunch. So I'm going to write them over here. So that would be 5, 7, and 10. All right, so add up the two smaller ones, 5 plus 7. Hey, how much 5 plus 7 right there? That's 12, right? Is 12 greater than 10? Yep. So that one's going to work, and that's going to make a triangle. All right, so now we've got 8. And my two smaller sides are going to be 5 and 8. 5, 8, and 10. How much is 5 plus 8? That's 13. Is 13 greater than 10? Yep. So that one's going to make a triangle. All right, now let's go to 12. Now when I go to 12, 12 becomes the longest side. So my two smaller sides are now 5 and 10. So 5, 10, 12. How much is 5 plus 10? 15. Is that greater than 10? I'm sorry, 12. Is 15 greater than 12? Got another glitch. All right, so again, 5 plus 10 is 15, and 15 is going to be greater than 12, so that's a yes. That's going to make a triangle. All right, last one. Now I've got 5, 10, and 15. 5, 10, 15. If I add up the two smaller sides, is 15 greater than 15? That is a no, okay, because that is not greater than. That's equal to, yes, I understand that is equal to, but that is not going to form a triangle because the sum of the two smaller sides must be greater than the longest side, and that is not right because 15 is not greater than 15. So that is a no. All right, that's going to shut it down for today, folks. And I hope you're doing all right. And if you're having any bad times, you got to email me so I can help you out, right? You're getting ready for a big test. It's coming very soon, probably within the next 24 hours. So if you got any questions, now's the time to ask them. All right. Hope you have a great day. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Keep working hard. And I'm here to help you. All right. Until next time, baby. Ciao. For now.